Hello YouTube, this is your homie, your big homie, the Village 70. And now I'm going to do a little rant right now. And it's going to be in relationship to the Colorado movie Massacre. And it's like my second or third cut or whatever, but I just wanted to go ahead and talk to you guys about it. I'm a little perturbed and upset right now, which is why I want to go on this rant. The reason why is because where are the men? Everybody's on here whining and crying and moaning about how tragic and how crazy this all was, and what are we gonna do? Ooh. Listen, yes, an evil one came into a theater and shot up a bunch of people. That was the initial reports. And before I even go any farther, let me just explain to you so I don't think I'm crazy. My name is the Village 70, but I'm also known as, read it people, the Village End Times Ministry. And I say that to say this: you ought to know right now about the times you live in. These are the end times, people. So get it right. These things are going to happen again and again, more and more. And the reason why they happen is because of the evil one. So the Village 70 is my title. But I'm also a harbinger. I'm also a messenger. I'm also a watchman. I sit on the tower and I let you know the things that are coming. So, let me let you know now the things that are coming. One of the things that are coming is they're coming to get your weapons. People, this individual, like the one in Phoenix who shot Gabby Gilfords, and like the rest of these what they call lone wolfmen, right-wing, it has nothing to do with that. These people were drugged, probably, and they were brainwashed and set apart. Trade Stone, if you're into those political movies, I forget what the name of them are. Tradewell or whatever. Treadstone is the one. Where they had the spy and he was a regular dude, and then they went and brainwashed him some more and he turned into a super agent or whatever. You know what I'm talking about. And if you don't think brainwashing is clear, look at that right there. What does that say? Right there. Brainwashing. What is brainwashing? Okay, and this is by Psychic Truth. That's what that channel is all about, Psychic Truth. So there is such thing as brainwashing. Alright? So these people were brainwashed. They were set up because it was too perfect. Too perfect of a hit is what it was. First of all, I used to work at a movie theater when I was younger. The back doors where he is allegedly came from, they don't even open from the back. It's one way in, one way out. There's no handle. And it opens outwards. So how did he kick the door in? Okay? That's problem number one. All those who have thinking minds, I need you to go, how is that? Right. Number two, where did he get the tear gas from? Hello? Tear gas? You might have some old homemade crap. No, but you ain't got no police grade tear gas. What is that? Where'd you get that from? Okay, let's dig deeper. You came in with your body armor and your black suits and your gas mask and all that. You popped some canisters through them, and then you shot a bunch of defenseless people in a movie theater? How sinister and diabolical is that? Who comes up with that? Is that something that a normal person would come up with? Or is that something that somebody on some serious issues comes up with? Right. And he was helped to come up with that trust. You don't believe me? Well, how about this? Would you believe that the government would send guns to Mexico and have them kill up a bunch of people? That's called Fast and Furious. Would you believe that 9/11 was an inside job and that they would do that to our own country? Yeah. So they have a track record, people. So why wouldn't they send a deranged person they brainwashed and drugged up, send them into a movie theater to kill a bunch of people so they can get their stupid gun treaty passed with the freaking dark side UN? Why wouldn't they do that? They've done all these other things. They did MF Global, just took money right out of people's accounts. They did that. They did the LIBOR scandal where they just made up little figures and whenever they felt like it. They did that. They did 9/11. They did the Gulf of Tonkin. They pushed the Japanese into attacking Pearl Harbor. And they knew it was coming. And they didn't do anything until they got attacked so they could go to war. They did that. They gave black people syphilis down in Tuskegee. They did that. Why wouldn't they send somebody into a theater to shoot defenseless people in the dark while they were watching a movie? Why wouldn't they do that? It's the same caliber. I need you people to wake up. I need you people to use your mind. What's left of it? What's not brainwashed? I need you to use that piece. Because right now you're acting like a bunch of sheep. Oh, well, it's so tragic. It was too perfect. How come the president got the flags flying at half-staff right now and he had all these canned responses already ready? He was ready to get that little speech. Oh, well, it feels so bad, and you know, that's how these things go, you know, and if my daughters were at the movie theater, they would be protected by 19 billion Secret Service people. But you can't be protected. Why? Because they want to take your guns away from you. If anybody would have had the right to carry their guns, when that fool popped through the door and started busting shots, you could have bust back at him and sit his butt right down. Okay? You could have did that. But no, you can't do that. You can't do that. Why? Because you probably live in a place not as bad as me, because I live in California. And we can't have but 10 bullets. So he probably would have shot us to death 20 times over before we could get some shots back. But he would have got 1 or 2 up beside his dome. Okay? He'd have got 1 or 2. At least that's better. But the Constitution, the Second Amendment right to bear arms, they're trying to take it away from you. And, oh, is it a coincidence that it's only happening like 2 weeks from the time that the UN is going to vote Hillary Clinton and her crony hordes are going to go and sign this treaty and you know, that says that we can't have small arms? Who the hell is the UN? As far as I'm concerned, if the UN steps in, that means whoever they're coming to protect is doomed to death. That's how good they are. Because they don't stop nothing. Peacekeepers. Only thing they keep is the money when they get in there. They steal money from the people and they do all kind of crazy mess. But they ain't keeping no peace. That's one thing you can guarantee they're not doing, is keeping the peace. Look at Syria. Oh, well, we need the UN to come in and mediate between us. Oh, yeah? How did that work for you? I don't think it did. Because they ain't keeping no peace. They too scary for that. You need a force to come in there and really do something. That's not the UN. All they want to do is write rules and laws and tell you what you can't do. Well, guess what? I live in the United States of America, and guess what? They not telling me what to do. Not a daggone thing. Not even one. You don't have no sovereignty over here, so get away. I'm not going to your funky court. I don't care about your police. I forget what they call it. I don't care about none of your rules. Because I live in this country. And this country is governed by the Constitution. And the Constitution states that I have a right to bear arms. So I don't care what your little treaty say. Because guess what? Your treaty means nothing to my Constitution in this country. Now, if I go over to UN land, then that might mean something. But you in America, so guess what it means? Not a thing. I'll take your treaty and wipe my butt with it. That's what it means to me. Okay? That's all it is to me. Toilet paper. What else? You people have got to understand and got to think through these things before you get all emotional like women. And that's nothing bad to the women, because you tend to be a little bit more emotional than men do. That's just on average. So where are the men? Where are the strong-willed men at? I don't know. Because now all we have is a country full of whining wussies crying about what they can't do, and letting people take their rights away from them without one thing. The government come by and say, give me those guns. Just like that. And don't care what you think. Because you're a bunch of wusses. You're not ready to say anything to them. So, another thing is that my name is Village 70, and like I said, it's the Village End Times Ministry. So, I'm dealing with the prep side on the physical, okay, on the body side. But there's also a spiritual element to this. You want to know why these people are doing this? You want to know what's more? Because they're evil. And what's even more evil than this individual is the people that put him up to it. That is sinister evil. That is industrial evil. There's a good side and a bad side. You need to choose which side you're going to go to. As for me and my house, we choose to serve the Lord. We choose to serve the Heavenly Father, the Most High, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Now that's the one I'm talking about. Jesus. Jesus the Christ of Nazareth. That's the one I'm talking about. Because see, in these days, I have to clarify who I'm talking about. Because some of you other people worship these false gods. And I'll not be following you anywhere. Okay? So that's who I'm talking about. I believe in the Trinity. Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. That's where I'm at. And if you don't believe in that kind of thing, that's good. Because right now, let me see. As we speak, it's still a free country. It's waning away real quick. But for right now, it's still a free country. And you can do that. You can just keep stacking your chips and everything, getting your food together and whatnot. But you're going to need God before too long. Because the food alone, the silver alone ain't going to help you. You need that. And you need the Lord. And all that extra spiritual mumbo jumbo y'all doing, that ain't helping you either. Because there's only one true and living God. Okay? Understand that. And bite on them apples. Take them apples with you. Okay? There's only one. Now, what I want to say is that you people really need to wake up to the sinisterness of what you are fighting against. You are fighting against pure evil. Pure evil. Why? Because way back, the devil got kicked out of heaven. because he thought he was the man. And God had to show him he wasn't. And then he came back to God and said, you know what, God? That is so unfair that you just kicked me down like that. And he said, you know what? As not to be unfair, I'll go ahead and create these humans and I'll give them their own free will. And they can determine whoever they want to serve. So he put them on earth. And he gave them some rules. They messed up the rules, but they decided, some of them decided they're going to serve God, and the other side, they're going to serve the beast. And that fool who went into a movie theater to shoot up a bunch of innocent people, he chose the beast. He chose to follow the beast. He chose to follow that whore of Babylon. So, guess what? He got something coming. But you people need to realize that this is a bigger thing than just prepping. This is a spiritual warfare that's going on. And we fight not against the guy, flesh and blood, but we fight against the principalities and powers in high places. MF Global, Corazine, Obama, all of them. We fight against that. And I know you're like, oh, but he's a black man. Why is he talking about Obama? I'm going to tell you why. Because I don't agree with him. All these extra little executive order laws. He not doing nothing for me. So why should I vote for him? Just because he's black? Wow, what a shallow and stupid little pea-sized brain you have. Because only somebody with a small little pea-sized brain would vote for somebody just because they're black. Okay, that's stupid. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard. So you shot 3 people I know, but you're black, so I'm going to vote for you. No, heck no. I went to the inauguration. It was a historical event. Outside of that, I don't agree with them. So get that right. And I hate these news media. Because all black people don't agree with him. And more every day comes to this side. The right side. We don't care that he's black. We care about whether you're right or you're wrong. Be with God and the right side, or be wrong with the devil. Soda Numsby. Be with over there with him. We not with him. As for me and my house, guess where we gonna be? Serving the Lord. How about that? How about them apples? And these news medias on here, it's gonna be on TV all day and all tomorrow. Probably through the week, and they're going to tell you, oh, how sad it was, oh, how the flags are at half-staff. Listen, it is a tragedy, for sure. My condolences go out to all people who lost their lives in this senseless, tragic incident. All the injured people. My heart goes out to you. But guess what? Probably last night, 2 or 3 or 18 people lost their life in Chicago. There's no half-staff for them. Look how perfect this was. It was contrived. It was made up. I need you people to be able to see that. Because the government is going to do too many little things, and this is what they're going to use to take your weapons away. Okay? And then they take your weapons away and the criminals come breaking in your house, what you going to do? Shoot them with your finger? No. You going to stab them with a coat hanger? No. It's not going to work for you, because guess what? The criminals don't care that they're breaking the law. That's what they do. They're criminals. So they're going to bring guns with them. But guess who a law-abiding citizen's not going to have? A weapon. Why? Because it's illegal for them to have at that point. So never let it come to that. But I got some great news for you. Even if they sign the treaty, and even if the United States government don't want you to have a weapon, guess what? Doesn't matter, because God gives you the right to protect yourself. Because the police are not going to protect you. As I learned when they tried to break in my house. When they was on my rooftop. Running around and trying to juggle in my window and stuff like that. You've seen the videos that I made. If you haven't, go back in my archives and look at it. It was scary. But not scary because I'm a punk or nothing. It's scary because I didn't want to have to shoot a human being and kill him. Because, believe it or not, people that own guns and are law-abiding and whatever, they don't really want to kill nobody. They want you not to kill them. That's the whole point. So I didn't want to kill nobody, but you come through that daggone window, guess what you getting? A lead sandwich. And it's going to taste good because I'm going to get you right between the daggone lips. You know what I mean? I'm taking aim, and I'm getting a good aim. And guess what? When I bust you and you laying there with sheets over you, I'm not going to feel sad. And I'll be waiting for him to tell me why you didn't let him get away, or why you didn't, because he was in my house. When he couldn't in your house, then you worry about the dynamics of this and that. I'm not worried about that. You came through my door uninvited, guess what you're getting? Bullet sandwich. And guess what? I'm not worried about that you sitting under the sheet bleeding. Or bled out. Because you are already dead, because I'm shooting to kill. I'm not shooting to wound and injure. Please. When you come in to get me, you don't worry about whether I'm wounded or injured. You want to kill me. So guess what? You getting bust capped on. And I'm a good shot. So, well, you should have gave him a chance. He had a chance. He had a chance not to come through my door or window. And the second he did, that's when chances were over. Because you get pop, pop, pop at that point in time. Your chance was the chance of being a regular human and not come through my house unannounced or break my window and come in and try to steal from me. That was your chance. But you failed your chance, and now you under sheets, bled out. Your problem, not mine, and I don't feel sorry about it. Didn't want to do it, but now that it happened, you made it happen, so it's your problem to worry about. I'm not. I will sleep well. Very well. Okay? But guess what? You people need to get your mind straight. You need to get your minds right. Because this is only the beginning. What is going to happen when this economy goes ahead and falls out like we know it's mathematically inevitable to do? It's going to happen. Whether you believe it or not, it's going to happen. A fact is a fact, whether you believe it or not. Guess what? Economy is going to go collapse. Fact. Math